Welcome to Shomach Shav on the Daf. We're holding in Menachos Daf Kuf Gimel. The Mishnah and the Gemara in Amud Beis bring this idea: Shekol midos Chachomim kachem. Always the measurements of Chachomim are a specific measurement. Arboim seya in the mikvah. If you're missing a few drops, that's not a mikvah. If you don't, you have a full mikvah. Why is that so? Kol midos Chachomim kenem. And that's what's neged to our sugya regarding having shishim esroinis. You have to have 60 and not more, because if not, the oil doesn't mix. Kol midas chachomim kenhem. What is the pshat? The kol midas chachomim. That's what it is. So in the Rishonim, for example, the Ritva and Rosh Hashanah Daf Yud Gimel, so mashma the pshat is because you have to come and make some kind of a gather. If you're going to come and say that everything is not exact, so you'll never have any measurements. Because always you can say maybe one drop less is not so bad, 2 drops less are not so bad. There's some kind of a line that you have to put somewhere. But the Tzasemes and Rosh Hashanah and Rechanan Wasserman Hashem Yunkum Domoy and the Sefer Kuntras Divrei Soifim Simon Vov, they're going to say no. The pshat is, the hoimik is that midas chachomi they got be kabbalah misinai. The Rechanan brings the Bartanura in the beginning of Masechus Avos that says Moshe kibel Torah misinai. Why have to tell me Sinai? Of course, Moshe kibel Torah misinai. Because pshat is Masechus Avos is all inyan of midos of their eretz, and we know that Umas Soilim also they have all kinds of different things. They taught their people what to do in the right way. You want to come and tell you everything came from Sinai, everything came from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So says the Rechanan, and he continues on later. It says that it's not like the simple understanding the Rishonim. He understands that that's the idea of Kol Midas Chachomim Kenu, that Chachomim got this beKabbalah misinai. And the lashon of the Tzasemes Rosh Hashanah is Kol Shiurei Chachomim Kabbalah hi biyodom. That's how they had a Kabbalah. That's what they have. The shiurim coming from Mamish. This is like a Torah that was given to them. It's not just a made up thing. It's not just an arbitrary line they have to put somewhere, but the Kabbalah that they got. Near Elohim, maybe they take it one step forward. Maybe you could say something which is a combination of both. Meaning, the Rishonim say that Chacham had to come with some shear. There is truth to it. They had to come with some shear. But it's Dvarim Be'etzem. It's not something which is, you could change. It's just some kind of a line that Chacham put, that if you go below, it really is no problem. Chacham gave us some kind of a getter. Because we know the famous Yerushalmi, Ksubas Perek Aleph Halacha Beis, that tell us that Chachomim come and change the mitzias, they change reality. Regarding when Chachomim come and decide to add a month to the year, to do an Ibur, so it changes the age of people and it changes the nature of people. The Gemara there speaks about the fact that a child below the age of 3, a girl, her virginity comes back. Above the age of 3, it does not come back. So says the Gemara, the Yerushalmi there, which is based on me. A girl who's 3 years old, came based and decide to add a month to the year. Meaning, is this girl 3 years old and in nature her body will change or not? So the idea is if Chacham decide to add a month to the year, so she won't be 3 years old. And if Chacham decide not to add a month to the year, she will be 3 years old and her nature will change. So meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu is moving the Bria based on Chacham say. So Hefsha maybe to say, even according to the Rishonim, they tell us Chacham gave us a line because they felt there's supposed to be some kind of a definition of what is Midas Chachamim. But once they said it, the reality changed. Meaning now the Mitzias is going based on Chachamim. So Chachamim tell you that Arboim Seah, that's the only way to do a mikvah. If you do a few drops less, it's not only a din that's missing, it's also the reality that's missing. If Chachamim tell you that if you have more than 60 strainers, you put oil and you want to mix it together so it won't mix, Pshat is the now in Mitzias it won't mix, because that's what Chachamim krivya, and if they krivya this way, the world is based on what Chachamim tell us. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shomach Shava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.